Some homes speak without words. You feel it the moment you cross the threshold. A sense of calm, a quiet beauty, a space that holds life, love, and something deeply personal. This is what you find in a French woman's home. And it's not because it's filled with expensive furniture or ultra-trendy decor, but because it is a reflection of her soul. In every corner there is meaning, history, and care. As we get older, our needs change. We begin to crave simplicity, comfort, and a sense of peace in the places we spend our time. We don't need more things, we need more meaning. Not more hustle, but more balance. This video is about that very transition. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to share 10 timeless secrets that French women have followed for generations. These aren't decorating rules, but rather gentle practices. Ways to turn your own home into a sanctuary, a place where you feel good day after day. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or older. Your home still has the power to support you, to soothe you, and to reflect the life you've built. And I hope you'll stay until the end, because the seventh secret changed how I feel in my own home, and it might do the same for you. Let's begin. Secret number 1. Let go of clutter, let in peace. Clutter isn't just stuff, it's energy. It creates noise, even when the room is silent. It fills your mind with a quiet whisper of unfinished tasks. And over time, it's easy to stop noticing the weight of it pressing down on you. French women live by a simple truth. Their homes are not warehouses for storage. Their homes are places for rest, reflection, and renewal. That's why they are so mindful of what they allow inside. Every object has a purpose or a story. If it has neither, it simply doesn't stay. A home like this isn't sterile, it's intentional. It has warmth, yes, but it also has room to breathe. At this stage of life, many of us carry the weight of decades. Things left over from our children's childhoods. Items we inherited but never truly loved. Gifts we keep out of guilt. And of course, the everyday clutter, papers, plastic, duplicate kitchen gadgets, clothes we no longer wear. Letting go of these things doesn't mean letting go of the memories. It means honoring what still supports you in your life today and gently releasing what no longer serves that purpose. You don't have to tackle the whole house in one weekend. Start small, one drawer, one shelf, one closet. Pick up each item and ask yourself, do I still use this? Does it bring me joy or peace? If the answer is no, give yourself permission to let it go. And here's what's important. Every item you clear creates more space, not just physically, but emotionally. You will begin to feel lighter, freer, more in control. Your home will start to breathe again, and so will you. Secret number 2, fewer but better. In a culture that often celebrates convenience and fast consumption, French women choose a different path. They don't rush to fill their homes. They wait. They choose. They have a deep appreciation for the quality and character of the things they surround themselves with. This isn't about buying luxury brands or chasing perfection. It's about investing in things that are a pleasure to live with. A well-made wooden chair that perfectly supports your back. A soft wool blanket that warms you on a winter evening. A ceramic mug that fits perfectly in your hands each morning. These things might cost more, but they also last longer. They carry meaning and reflect your values. Patience, thoughtfulness, and respect for your own space. A French woman would rather have one beautiful lamp than 3 cheap ones, one cast iron skillet passed down through generations than a drawer full of flimsy pans. Why? Because quality feels different. It has weight, texture, and memory, and it quietly elevates every moment of your daily life. When we reach our 60s or 70s, this philosophy becomes especially important. We no longer want to be constantly replacing things that break. We crave things that endure, that offer comfort and a sense of pride. Take a moment today and look around. What is one thing you use every day that you could upgrade in quality? Your bath towel, your bed sheets, your reading chair. Start there. Upgrade slowly and with intention. Over time, your home will become a reflection of your deepest self, strong, loved, and truly beautiful. Secret number 3. Let fresh flowers grace your home and lift your spirits. There's something almost magical about walking into a room and seeing fresh flowers. It's not just their beauty, but the feeling they bring. Life, tenderness, and the sense that someone cares for this space. In French homes, fresh flowers aren't just for guests or special occasions. They are a quiet tradition, part of the rhythm of daily life. A small bouquet on the kitchen table, a few sprigs of lavender in the bathroom, a single bloom by the bed. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Wildflowers from a park, daisies from the grocery store, or even just some greenery clipped from your own garden. What matters is the presence of something fresh and alive, a reminder of the changing seasons, the beauty of nature, and your own power to create joy in small, meaningful ways. French women understand that flowers are more than decor. They soften hard edges, they brighten a gray morning. They say, "This place matters, and I matter too." And yes, this ritual is accessible to everyone. For the price of 1 cup of coffee a week, you can bring color and life into your home. Some women even split one bouquet into several smaller arrangements, spreading the beauty through every room. Try it this week. Pick a day, maybe Sunday or Friday, to be your flower day. Keep it simple. Let your bouquet be imperfect, natural. Let it reflect your personality and your mood. You may find that it's not just the look of your room that changes, but the feeling of your entire home, and more importantly, your feeling within it. Secret number 4, light isn't for seeing, it's for feeling. In a French home, light is treated almost like music. It sets the tone. It shifts with the time of day. It adds warmth, mood, softness, and most importantly, it shapes how you experience your space. Many of us grew up with a single overhead light in every room, bright, functional, and flat. It got the job done. But as we get older, we begin to crave more than just function. We long for softness, for atmosphere, for beauty. We want our homes to feel warm, not just well lit. French women rarely use harsh overhead lighting, except when absolutely necessary. Instead, they rely on layered lighting, a table lamp for reading, a soft glow in the corner of the living room, a lit candle on the dinner table. Multiple light sources, set at different heights, allow the light to envelop you rather than shine down on you. During the day, they open the windows and use mirrors to bounce natural light around. In the evening, they dim the lamps, light a candle, and allow their space to slow down with them. There is no rush. The room invites you to rest. And there is a deep truth in this. The way your home is lit directly affects your emotions. Soft light can soothe anxiety. It can improve your sleep. It can even make food taste better and conversations feel more intimate. You don't need to rewire your house. Start simply. Place one small lamp where you would normally flip on the overhead light, by a chair, next to your reading spot, or on a dresser. For 1 week, try using only lamps after sunset. Notice how the atmosphere in your home changes. Notice how you change. And then consider candles, not just for holidays or guests, but for an ordinary evening. A single candle lit during a solo dinner can transform your entire mood. It says, "This place matters, and I matter too." Because light isn't for seeing, it's for feeling, and every woman deserves to be held by the light in her own home. Secret number 5, the table is always ready for a guest, even if that guest is you. Walk into many French homes, and you'll notice one thing almost immediately. The dining table is not used as a dumping ground. There are no piles of mail, scattered keys, or forgotten takeout menus. Instead, it is calm, clear, and often beautifully set with intention, even when no one is expected. This isn't about formal entertaining. It's about a respect for the everyday. French women see their dining table as the heart of connection, not a hub for clutter. It is a place where meals are savored, where coffee is a ritual, where conversation flows. But more than that, it is a symbol of presence, readiness, and self-respect. Even when dining alone, a French woman is likely to light a candle, use a cloth napkin, and sit down for a proper meal. No eating from a tray, no standing over the sink. Because for her, every meal is worthy of care, and so is she. Many of us, especially in our later years, can feel like meals have become more about function than pleasure. We eat quickly. We eat distracted. We may even lose the joy that food and table setting once brought us. But it is never too late to reclaim that joy. Start small. Clear your table. Lay down a simple runner or placemat that makes you smile. Place a small floral arrangement or a bowl of seasonal fruit in the center. Designate a drawer for cloth napkins, candles, or special mugs. They don't have to be expensive, just yours. And most importantly, give yourself permission to use the beautiful things now. That teacup you've been saving, the linen napkins from your daughter's wedding, the ceramic bowl you found on that special trip. Use them. You deserve beauty today, not someday. When you sit down at your table, let it greet you like an old friend. And let it remind you, you are always worthy of a beautifully set table. Secret number 6. A little care each day keeps the big cleanup at bay. If you ask a French woman how often she does a deep clean, she might look at you with gentle surprise. Not because she never does one, but because she rarely needs to. Why? Because she has made small acts of care for her home part of her daily rhythm. Instead of dedicating one exhausting day to cleaning everything, she tends to and tidies her home in small increments throughout the day. Before leaving a room, she'll fluff a pillow. After brushing her teeth, she'll wipe down the sink. Before bed, she'll spend 5 minutes clearing the kitchen counter or straightening the throw blanket on the sofa. This isn't about perfectionism. It's about being in a relationship with your space. It's a partnership, not a performance. For many of us, cleaning has become a chore we dread and postpone until it feels like an overwhelming task. But what if we shifted our perspective? What if we treated it not as a burden, but as a form of quiet self-care, like brushing our hair or watering our plants? These small rituals have a cumulative effect. They keep your space from descending into chaos. And more importantly, they keep you connected to your environment, your routines, and your sense of control. Here's a simple way to start. Choose one 10-minute window in your day, perhaps right before bed or after lunch. Set a timer if you like. In those 10 minutes, put away what's out of place. Wipe down one surface. Tidy one corner. Don't try to do it all. Just do a little, and consider keeping simple cleaning supplies in each area. A small spray bottle under the sink, a cloth in a nightstand drawer, a small broom by the back door. Make it easy. Make it natural. Over time, it will become a habit, and you will find your home is always in a state of order. Not perfect, but peaceful, ever welcoming, and ever yours. Secret number 7. The subtle power of scent. Create a home that breathes in harmony with you. When you walk into a home, before your eyes have a chance to register the color of the walls or the softness of the sofa, your body responds to something else entirely. It's scent. It's instantaneous. It reaches the deepest part of you, the part tied to memory, comfort, and emotion. French women know this intimately. It's why the scent of their home is as intentional as its appearance. And it's not a heavy, artificial, overwhelming smell, but something subtle, lived in, almost invisible. Their homes have a scent that whispers, not shouts, a scent that makes you want to linger. It might be the lavender tucked into a linen drawer, or a small pot of cloves, cinnamon, and citrus peels simmering on the stove on a winter afternoon. It might be a faint hint of sandalwood from a candle by the bed, or the fresh smell of clean laundry brought in from the sun. And more important than any of these is the scent of fresh air. French women have a daily ritual. Regardless of the season, they open their windows every morning for at least 10 minutes, even in the dead of winter, if only for a crack. Why? Because they believe a home must breathe. Fresh air clears not just the space, but the mind. It resets the energy. It reminds you that this is a living space, one that changes with the time, the seasons, and with you. Artificial air fresheners are rarely used. In fact, many find them too harsh, too chemical, too disconnected from nature. Instead, French women use what is already around them: a pot of fresh herbs in the kitchen, a few drops of essential oil on a cloth napkin, or a homemade linen spray of water and lavender. Creating scent rituals in your home doesn't have to be a big production. It certainly doesn't require luxury brands or complex routines. It only requires attention. Start by opening your windows each morning, even for just 5 minutes. Walk through your home and notice how it feels. Then choose one natural scent to introduce. Perhaps it's a mint or rosemary plant on the windowsill, a drop of vanilla on a warm cloth, or a candle you light only during your evening tea, you will discover that scent has a quiet power to ground you in the present moment. It slows you down. It comforts you. It creates an invisible layer of softness that lingers in the air and in your memory. Because when a home smells like peace, it feels like peace. Secret number 8, create a home that tells your story. A beautiful home isn't one that looks like it's from a magazine cover. It's one that feels like you. One that tells your story layer by layer, shelf by shelf. In French homes, you will rarely find generic, mass-produced posters or books arranged by color for aesthetics. Instead, you will see things that are deeply personal. Books that have been read and loved. Photographs gently faded by the sun. Small collections gathered over decades. There is a quiet power in this approach. This isn't decorating, it's storytelling. French women are not afraid of old things. On the contrary, they cherish them. That chipped bowl from a grandmother's sideboard, the sculpture found at a flea market in Marseille, the small jar of sea glass collected one summer with a dear friend. These objects carry energy. They connect the past to the present. They make a home feel alive. In our own homes, especially as we age, we can sometimes feel a pressure to get rid of everything old or to start fresh. But the point isn't to throw things out. The point is to choose them with intention. To ask yourself, what reflects the person I am today? What has earned its place in my daily life? Books are a wonderful place to start. Don't keep them just because you've had them forever. Keep the ones that moved you, that taught you something, that you might want to pass on. Arrange them so they are easy to reach, not just to be looked at. Then move on to mementos. What has been hiding in boxes for too long? Could that photograph of your father find a home on a hallway shelf? Could the needlepoint you did years ago be framed in a guest room? Could you group similar items, a set of tiny vases, a collection of seashells, or even handwritten notes, into one small but meaningful display? French women often create what they call vignettes, little scenes that capture a mood. A stack of books beside a lamp, a tray of perfume bottles on a dresser, a collection of postcards from places they've been. Each one tells a story, not to the world, but to themselves. This kind of beauty doesn't shout. It doesn't demand attention. It simply exists, quietly reminding you of who you are, where you've been, and what matters to you now. This week, take some time to walk slowly through your home, not with judgment, but with curiosity. What could you bring out of hiding? What could you let go of? What arrangement would better reflect the you of today, not the you of 10 years ago? Your home is a canvas, and you are the artist. Let it tell the story that only you can. Secret number 9, mix old and new to create a harmony of time. French homes rarely look as though they came from a single catalog page. That's because their owners don't try to make everything match. Instead, they masterfully mix pieces from different generations. An old wooden armchair paired with a modern lamp, a century-old mirror above a clean, minimalist fireplace. This contrast is not an accident. It is deeply intentional. French women understand something many of us forget. Our homes are not museums. They are living spaces, and life itself is full of layers. Past and present, old and new, memory and possibility. The beauty is in the balance. As we age, we might feel pressure to update everything. Perhaps it's the influence of TV shows, magazines, or even well-meaning relatives. But there is a wisdom in keeping things that have stood the test of time. Not because they're trendy, but because they are part of your story. That dining table inherited from your mother might have scratches, but each one holds a memory. The chair that creaks when you sit in it has supported generations. These imperfections are not flaws. They are character. And this doesn't mean your home has to feel stuck in the past. Quite the opposite. By pairing these meaningful old pieces with a few new elements, a modern print, a soft throw, a simple lamp, you create a visual tension that feels interesting and alive. It's what gives a room soul. It also makes your space feel more personal, more collected than decorated. It shows that you have lived, chosen, and evolved, that you are not tied to one single era, trend, or style. Start by looking around your home. What old things do you truly love? Not just because they're old, but because they hold a piece of your history. Which of these pieces have earned their place? Then ask yourself, what is something fresh, light, or new that I could place beside it? It can be as simple as adding a modern lamp to an antique side table or hanging an abstract painting above a vintage dresser. French women are fearless in these juxtapositions because they trust their own taste. They are not afraid to mix. They are not creating for approval. They are creating for themselves, and that is the invitation to you. Trust your intuition. Keep the old that warms your heart. Add the new that lifts your spirit. Let your home be a beautiful and honest mix of who you were, who you are, and who you are becoming. Secret number 10, infuse your everyday with small pleasures. Of all the secrets French women live by, this one is perhaps the most powerful and the most easily forgotten. Everyday life deserves beauty, not just on holidays, not just on birthdays, not just when guests are coming over. Every single day, French women are masters of weaving small but significant pleasures into their daily routines. A linen napkin at breakfast, a dab of perfume before reading in bed, a favorite teacup used at 3 in the afternoon, even if it's the only one in the house. From the outside, these details might seem unnecessary, even frivolous, but to her, they are acts of self-respect. They say, I am important. This moment is important. Many of us were raised to save the good stuff, the nice china, the special soap, the fancy robe. We were taught to keep things for later, for someone else, for a day that never quite arrives. But when we reach our 60s, 70s, or 80s, we begin to realize something. Later is now. There is no need to wait. There is no permission you need to ask to enjoy what is already yours. There is no reason to hold back your own joy until someone else walks through the door. What would it feel like to bring more beauty into your ordinary moments? To light a candle while you fold the laundry? To use the real silverware for a solo dinner? To play quiet music during your morning rituals? To wrap yourself in a cozy shawl that makes you feel beautiful just because it's Tuesday? Small pleasures aren't about money. They're about intention. They are about choosing to bring delight, care, and grace into the moments of the day that so often go unnoticed. They remind you that you are still a woman of taste, of dignity, of value, that even in the quiet, solitary moments, you are worthy of something soft, something warm, something beautiful. So take a moment right now and think, what is one small pleasure you've been saving that you could enjoy today? What new ritual could you create? A cup of tea on the porch? A slow bath with music? A walk through the garden just before sunset? Let your days be filled with these sacred pauses, because in the end, a truly elegant home isn't just one that looks beautiful. It's one that invites you to live beautifully every single day. So there you have them. 10 timeless French secrets that go far beyond home decor. They aren't about impressing others or following trends. They're about creating a space that holds your history, your peace, your presence, a space that reflects the woman you are today. And here's the beautiful part. You don't have to change everything at once. Start with one small habit. Open your windows each morning. Light a candle for your afternoon tea. Clear your table and set it with love, even if it's just for you. Over time, these small choices will add up. Your home will feel lighter, warmer, more alive, and so will you. Because at this stage of life, we seek to fill our homes not with things, but with meaning. And now I would love to hear from you. Which of these 10 habits resonated with you the most right now? Which one will you start with today? Leave a comment below. I read every single one. If this video brought you some comfort or inspiration, please take a moment to give it a like, share it with a friend who might need it, and subscribe for more soulful wisdom each week. Until next time, remember, your home isn't just a place you live, it's a place where you come back to yourself. Make it a true reflection of your heart. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.